忍びの時代は終わる。
螺旋が。
Where's Code? And what is he doing right now? Has he given up all his plans to Shinju? It's been a long time since we've seen the existence of Code since Chapter 4. Code, who has a grudge against Boruto, is always trying to kill Boruto. But after he lost to Boruto, Code no longer showed himself. He looks like he gave up all his wishes to the evolved Shinju. Then, what do you think Code is doing right now? What do you think, guys? But before that, welcome back again to my channel, Databio. In this video, I will be theorizing according to what I understand about where Code is and what he will plan in the future. Because as we know, Code has disappeared and has not shown his form for a long time since Chapter 4. But if there are some sentences that you disagree with or you have another point of view on what I said, I am very happy if you give your opinion. And by the way, it seems that a lot of viewers of this channel have not subscribed, so I ask for your help to click the subscribe button and help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. Code is the one who started a new problem in the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex manga story, and because of all his actions, now Shinju has an ego and they move according to their instincts. And before Code left and never appeared again in the 2 Vortex story, he said, "It seems like they want to eat you to become the perfect Shinju without me having to ask." This incident was very unexpected, but it didn't matter. I felt that the burden on my shoulders had been reduced. The words of this code make us think that he will not move until it has become a perfect Shinju. But is that really the case? I don't think so. After all, even though Shinju has great strength, they must have weaknesses that Boruto can exploit to defeat them. Therefore, Code should be supporting what Shinju is doing right now. This means that Code is currently watching what Shinju is doing. If later Boruto tries to stop Shinju, who wants to eat Himawari, then most likely Code will come to prevent Boruto from helping Himawari. This will be a very exciting story if Code really comes in Chapter 12. Moreover, we still don't get confirmation whether the claw marks used by Jura and Hidari can also be used by Code or not. If the claw marks of the Shinju can be used by Code, then Code can come to Konoha Village and use the claw marks created by the Shinju. But the problem is, can Code wait patiently or not? That is, can Code let Shinju not eat Boruto or Kawaki right away? Or is he okay if Shinju realizes what they want most first? Actually, what does Kishimoto-sensei want by changing the position of Code in this 2 Vortex story? That is, changing the position of Code is, Code was originally made as a big threat that must be stopped. But in the end, Code is only made as a bridge to connect new villains who are more threatening in this time skip story. Then the question is, what is Code's next mission? After being defeated by Boruto, Code should know there is a considerable difference in strength between him and Boruto. He should be aware of that because in the past when fighting against Damon, he immediately realized that Damon's power was much stronger than him. Then, what did Code do after he found out that he was unable to face Damon? Was he frustrated and wanted to get back at Damon? Supposedly, if Code was a person who really prioritized his desires, he would choose to face Damon at all costs so that he could avenge Amado's actions against Ishiki. But Code is a visionary person. He always looks forward. He never looks back or at his past. Because of this habit of always being a visionary, after losing to Boruto, he will remain level-headed. He utilizes the advantages of what is around him at the moment. Nowadays, Shinju has evolved. Does it threaten the existence of Code and threaten the purpose of Code? Not at all. Shinju does not target Code. Even if Shinju will become perfect and absorb all the chakra on planet Earth, including Code, Code will still survive because he has a claw mark that can be used to move. Remember, Code can switch dimensions with his claw marks. Code was once a member of Kara and Ishiki, once made Kara's headquarters in a dimension we don't know about yet. If Code wants to hide, he can hide in that dimension while waiting for Shinju to finish producing chakra fruits. Then, will Shinju thwart Code's goal? Code's goal is revenge against those who eliminated Ishiki. If Code lets Shinju eat Boruto, Kawaki, and everyone else on planet Earth, then his revenge will be complete. This was just like what Code thought when he lost to the Daemon. Even though he lost to the Daemon and he failed to kill Amado, he still hadn't lost hope of defeating them all in the future. Code still thought that he had Jubi that he could use to achieve his goals. Even now, Code still thought that he could utilize Jubi. So for now, Code should still be monitoring what Jubi was doing. Code definitely still had some claw marks in Konoha Village that he could use to monitor the situation of Konoha Village. And I suddenly remembered something. You must have seen in the 8th chapter where we saw that Jura was able to come to Konoha Village because he came out of the claw mark on Sumeaka's body. You should know that the claw marks on the Sumeaka can also be used by the Code to change places. So in conclusion, the claw marks used by Code, Shinju, and Sumeaka are the same. They can use the claw marks on each other. This means that there will be a surprise where perhaps Code can come out in the claw marks on Shinju's body suddenly. This means that Code can also monitor the movements of the Shinju, so far using the claw marks on their bodies, and also the claw marks that have been made by the Shinju. Actually, this Code character can be the last villain in Boruto's story if he has the same traits as Madara. Madara once returned to the right path thanks to the help of Hashirama. But in the end, all that changed because Madara was still suspicious of Tobirama, who did not trust him. If Code wants to be the last enemy in Boruto's story, then the only step he can take is to merge his body with Shinju. Actually, we still don't know if Code's claw marks on each Shinju's body really can't be controlled by Code anymore. Or maybe Code will understand more about the true power of his claw marks, and when he understands it, he will be able to control Jura and the other Shinju. And if that's true, then it will be quite interesting. If you look carefully, each character in Boruto seems to represent a trait that we can understand that it makes an inspiration or something, or more simply has a trait and background that is quite interesting. For example, Boruto's character has a story of a hero who bears the fate and cruelty of this world. Then Sarada's character is similar to an in-depth biography book. Her story is about determination, legacy, and the progression of her journey to understand her heritage and prove her strength. Very inspiring. As for Kawaki, he is more of a mystery. His past and his struggle for identity make him a gripping mystery. His character makes everyone uneasy. People want to see where the author will take him. When it comes to Code, he's like a comedy book. The story only illustrates how funny Code lives, similar to how Kishimoto-sensei describes the character Tobi or Obito. If Code is likened to Tobi or Obito, then we can immediately guess that the Code character will be the final threat in the 2 Vortex story. Do you think this analysis makes sense? If you have a more reasonable opinion, please write it down in the comments section. And so in essence, where is Code? What do you think, guys? Honestly, I miss seeing Code when meeting Boruto, especially Kawaki. By the way, 1 like and subscription are the same as chakras, so please give that chakra to me. Thank you for those who like and subscribe. I'm Nime. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.